If you're wondering if you should start a business or buy a business, the answer depends, really. It depends on, do you have an idea? How much money do you have? How much time do you have, right? There's a lot of depends in that answer. So let's dive into the conversation. So first, what is the purpose of a business? A business is a vehicle that can drive your life personally, professionally, and financially to a new place. It's different from a passive investment like real estate or a stock market investment, which doesn't require effort from you, or that much effort anyway, in order to make it successful. When it comes to starting a business on your own, becoming an entrepreneur, the first thing you would need is an idea, an inspired thought, right, about how to bring a new product or a new service to market. Then in the development of that idea, you have to decide who your customer is with clarity, right? Understanding that customer avatar. Then you're going to make assumptions about how to reach that perfect avatar with what kind of marketing, what's the messaging, where to spend those advertising dollars, how many advertising dollars do you have to spend in order to get an expected result. So there's a lot of things that entrepreneurs have to stop and create on the way to getting to a successful business. And inevitably, it's the assumptions that they're making during that development period that then they have to go and try to see if their assumptions are correct. So there's this trial and error period. And it's during that trial and error period that the majority of startup businesses will fail. In fact, the SBA reports that 90% of small businesses will fail before their 5th anniversary. So that's not a good statistic. However, if you are an entrepreneur and you have a great idea and you are able to bring it to market, there's probably no better path to personal and professional satisfaction than success as an entrepreneur. So why would somebody buy a business instead of starting one? Well, if you are in career transition and you are the primary breadwinner in your family and you need to make money sooner than later, buying an established business could be the fastest route to trying to recover that income you're looking for. Many times people believe that by investing in an established business, they're lowering the risk of starting a business. But the question I would ask is that really true? There's a lot of assumptions that are going into buying that established business that may not prove to be true once the new owner takes over. For example, if you have a mom and pop business that was brought to market by the entrepreneur and that entrepreneur steps out of the business, are the customers in the community that are used to doing business with that business owner still going to do business with you? That's one assumption among many assumptions that when you're looking at buying an established business, you have to ask yourself, try to vet on your own, and then come to a conclusion and hope that your conclusion is correct. So what's the value of investing in a franchise? Well, the real value is that we are mitigating the risks of starting a business, right? Because we're partnering ourselves with people who've already gone out there and figured it out. We're buying a proven business plan. We're buying support. We're buying a toolbox, a ready-made toolbox of marketing, this understanding that they've already figured out who the customer is, how to cost-effectively reach that customer, what's the messaging, where to spend those marketing dollars, how many marketing dollars to spend, and how long we're going to have to spend those dollars in order to build a positively cash-flowing business. So then they've created technology that helps you run your business efficiently and effectively. And all of this comes wrapped in the arms of support that you're buying into this relationship with people who can train you and who can be there to coach you. So while it's a proven business plan, it's still your first time owning a business, more than likely. And so there are going to be places where you fall down and you need that support to pick you back up and help you keep on going. One of the greatest advantages of investing in a franchise, whether it's an existing business or from the ground up, is that you as the owner of the business get to be the CEO, working on your business rather than in your business. That's going to allow you to be able to scale the business much faster. In the entrepreneurial scenario, an entrepreneur may spend 3 to 5 years perfecting one location of their business. In that same 3 to 5 years, a franchisee who starts out working on their business rather than in their business could have 3 to 5 locations up and running. And since the wealth in a business is typically created through that scale, then franchise businesses can lead to wealth creation that much faster. So all businesses are viable. Whether it's starting a business from scratch, whether it's buying an existing business, or investing in a franchise business, they all have merit. It really comes down to you as the owner. What are your goals personally, professionally, and financially? What time frame are you putting forth in order to achieve these goals? And how much support do you feel you're going to need? In the end, whether you're considering starting a business from scratch, investing in an established business, or investing in a franchise business, it really just depends on you and your goals. It depends on your confidence level. It depends on your risk tolerance. It depends on your financial resources. It depends on if you have an idea. There's a lot of depends in this conversation. And this is why I have a business, to help people figure out what is the path of least resistance for them in order to find the right business vehicle for their future. Do you feel like you need some clarity or guidance around your goals of becoming a business owner? If so, please leave me a comment or send me an email right now.